Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And welcome to the weekend. It's Friday, and Friday is my day, and I am sharing a project and a couple of paper cuts from my personal haul that I got a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to show you what I've used, and I've used this stamp set. This stamp set, I'm going to flip it over so that you can see, is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I'm going to pull it out. Hang on a second. Because you need to see the thickness and the quality of these stamps. They are silicone stamps, and this particular set, I know I've got it all mucked up, but it stamps like rubber. I've got to show you the thickness of this. Let's get that off. Can you see that? I had to put my stamp platform on its rubber stamp setting to stamp it. It is absolutely glorious. And when I show you the sample, you'll think, nah, she printed that out on her computer. No, I did not. And there's this sentiment here, "You melt my heart." That stamps like it's been printed. It is glorious. There are other snowman elements within this pack that I haven't used yet, so I think I might come back up on Monday with some more from my personal haul and stamp those ones. I'm just trying to get it back in the bag. You know what it's like. You're trying to find the corner of everything and nothing will slide in. So I'm kind of trying to do it off camera unsuccessfully. Yeah. Oh dear. Right. So I have used that. I've used the snowman with the cane. I've used the "You Melt My Heart," and I've used the little snowflake element. Now, I did buy the dies for this set because you never know when you want to cut them out. So I didn't actually use them today, but I did get the dies with them. Might use those for Monday. And today I've also used my frosty frames because I absolutely love them. Think they're glorious. I did the large ticket and slimline die. I'll show you how that cuts. A couple of people had said, you know, ooh, how does that work then? So I'm going to show you. And I've also done the starry film strip and slimline. Right, so first up, let me show you the one that's got the tag. So what you have to do is measure the size of this frame here. Let me grab that and put it up. You can see you've got these lovely like little asterisk type snowflakes. Measure that and then just go however wide you want to off the edge of that and cut your cardstock, because that section cuts in. So you can see how wide I cut my frame, and then that bit cuts in, and then this bit cuts out. So if you look at the frame here, can you see that? That bit cuts out, and that is this bit. So that's that bit. So you've got your outer edge, you've got this bit that cuts out, and then you've got your tickets that are separate. Now, the idea behind that is that you can make a slimline, you can pop your bits back in, you can lay them up on foam if you want to, and I did cut a couple of tickets. So I did the number 24, and I don't know what was going on with my cardstock. I think it was a real bad piece of scrap that I used, and I haven't poked all the bits out yet, so I'm just poking one here. Poke it on camera. I didn't poke those out, but I did that kind of like vintage style stained ticking stripe because that lovely bow at the bottom, and it's a glorious size. I don't know if I've measured these or not. If I haven't, I will measure them. And then with this set you also get a smaller ticket, and it's got a star on it. So once again, I used a scruffy piece of white cardstock, and I don't know why on earth I did that, but there we go. That's what that looks like. So if you want to make a card using them all, you basically arrange them. You've got all little different embossed elements here. Like up here, you've got white, white, white. And then at the bottom, you've got Christmas. So you've got white Christmas. It's Christmas time is embossed on that section. And here we've got 3 times ho, so ho ho ho. You know, I didn't poke that bit out, so you've got like little snowflakes. But look at that corner piece. It's a little heart envelope. Obviously you can poke that heart out. You could pop a little red one back in there. But to like build your card, you would do whatever colours you wanted to because you're piecing it, and you just pop them in, and then you can have a label on top. Do you see what I mean? And you do all your stamping, and the whole thing can be a slimline or it can be a massive label to go on a gift bag. So that is that one. I absolutely love it. I just think it's glorious. Right, so I did that one. And then next up, and I haven't done a lot of poking out on this, and that is the starry one. Yeah. So here's what it looks like before you pop it out. Now, obviously, I'm going to show you this because I like to show you that things work. See? All of those do absolutely poke out. It's just that because I'm using thick cardstock, they'll kind of stay in place. So anyway, this is what you get. I've popped it out now. So there's your slimline frame again, very similar to the other one. And on this one, you've got 4 like little pierce points. Now, these little pierce points, I'll just poke those. You can put your baker twine through there. So if you've got some gorgeous Christmas baker twine, if you're using thick cardstock, all of these little dots will stay in. But if you don't want them to, you can just poke them out. And they do poke out. So you can actually thread your twine through those points and tie a bow for that one if you wanted to. And of course, with a stamp, can be used on its own. And I also did cut that piece in white so that it kind of like a bit more apparent for you. So I've done that in white. And then I've done the starry bit, not poked out again, but I'm going to poke it out on camera just to show you that it does. I mean, I just love shopping at that store. I'm not kidding. When you spend $20, when your package arrives, you get so much for your $20. It's just like Christmas, really. So that is your starry strip. And then, of course, all the stars pop out. So you're getting all of these, which could be in a rainbow of stars if you wanted to. You could stick a little unicorn or anything on there to go with it. Now, the background one, obviously, this one is seasonal because it's got Christmas and stuff written on it. But these 2 elements don't. So, you know, if I could just tap that off for a minute. This can be used all year round. So that could be on a birthday card, you know, and you could just have "You're a star" or something like that as a sentiment. You could have all sparkly or pastel shade stars or bright rainbow colour stars and put them back in. Or just stamp little images, little bits of collage or washi tape on them if you want to go a little bit mixed media. But just glorious. Right, now then. I've been whittering and whittering away, and here is the snowman. Now, I've got to do a close-up of You Melt My Heart. Look at that. You would think it was printed. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I've just used my Touch 5 markers and a white pencil, Prismacolor pencil, that's what I used, and just coloured it in. And then I used my palest grey in Touch 5, which I think was N1 or N0, and just go around the edge, and you can see it's like a very slight stained cast shadow below that candy cane. But isn't that snowman just wonderful? And then this is the snowflake. So I used it 3 times and just dotted it around. And of course, those gorgeous frosty frames. Just absolutely love it. So I'm going to measure the size of that stamp because he's just wonderful. Right, I think the tallest part is top of cane to bottom of cane. So if I go over here, I'm going to say that that is 3¼ inches. He's just lovely. The other characters are great too. And then if I go in here, now you've got to remember that one bit cuts out and one bit doesn't. I'm going to go for 7.5 inches for both of those. So if you're going for a 1/4 inch frame, which is basically what I did, you're ending up with an 8x4 slimline, which, you know, is just wonderful. Right. That is what I've got for you today, and I think I'm going to come up with more on Monday. Yeah, because I quite enjoy chopping into my own stash sometimes. But you have an absolutely awesome weekend. I know that I'm going to be gardening. I've got loads of seeds, and I'll prove it to you. Here they are, my package of seeds. And I love this packaging so much. I'm going to integrate it. There you go, garden seeds, into my garden planner. And even though there's a lot of these that can't be sown yet, you know, like I've got sugar pod snow peas and things that I've got cabbage and I've got radish. I'm actually going to go and run off and sow the radish because I think I'm going to be able to get that before, you know, any frosts appear. Not that we don't get frost often, but you know what I mean. Right. Once again, have a glorious weekend, and as usual, all links below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.